Hello everyone and welcome to my newest microcourse, Escrows, a step-by-step guide for listing agents. Remember, you can download your free copy of this presentation for personal use at nas.io/reas seminars. And join our community for access to hundreds of microcourses. So, the seller just accepted the offer. Congratulations, but the journey has just begun. The next 10 to 30 days are crucial. As the listing agent, you're the conductor of this orchestra. Your team in this transaction will include the buyer's agent, the lender, escrow officer, title officer, home inspector, appraiser, pest inspector, home insurance agent, and others. You are the head of this team and are in charge of making sure they all do their job on a timely basis. We'll focus on 4 key steps: submitting documents, managing seller disclosures, coordinating inspections, and timelines. Step 1. Document submission. Speed is key, and time is of the essence. This becomes part of our DNA. Immediately after acceptance, create an email thread including your entire team and send a copy of the fully executed purchase agreement and any counteroffers to your escrow officer and team. This officially opens escrow. Also create an online folder to store all documents related to this transaction. You can use transaction management tools such as ZipForms, Glide, SkySlope, or ask your broker which system is used in-house to stay organized. At this point, you can also hire a licensed transaction coordinator to help keep everything on track. Step 2. Timing is everything. The seller has approximately 5 days to provide the buyer with all required disclosures, including the transfer disclosure statements, seller property questionnaire, lead-based paint disclosures for pre-1978 homes, preliminary title reports, and natural hazard disclosures. If applicable, the seller must also provide HOA CC&Rs and any existing leased item contracts. It is essential to ask your broker for a complete list of required disclosures and work closely with the seller to ensure all documents are completed within the contractual timeline, typically no later than 5 days after acceptance. Late disclosures can create unnecessary stress and delays, potentially disrupting the transaction. Mobile and manufactured homes have unique disclosure requirements. First, park approval. Verify that the buyer meets all park residency requirements. Second, financing. Ensure the lender is aware that the property is a mobile or manufactured home. Finally, disclosures. Confirm that all required mobile or manufactured home and park disclosures are provided. Additionally, remember if this is a condominium or townhouse. Some condominiums and townhouses may not qualify for financing due to HOA restrictions. Be sure to verify with the lender that the HOA is approved for financing before proceeding. Protect your seller by creating a comprehensive disclosure package. Full disclosure and transparency are paramount. The more information provided upfront, the fewer surprises down the road. This builds trust and minimizes potential liability. Always remember that the buyer will live in the property and inherit any existing issues. Most lawsuits stem from buyers who feel they were not properly informed about problems with the property. To protect your sellers and everyone involved in the transaction, ensure that sellers understand the importance of disclosing everything that needs to be disclosed. As my trainer used to say, when in doubt, disclose. Another piece of advice I once heard was, if you ask me whether you need to disclose something, the answer will always be yes. This highlights just how critical disclosures are. Always involve your broker when you have any doubts. Step 3. Inspection coordination. Be proactive. As soon as escrow opens, ensure the selling agent promptly schedules all necessary inspections, including the home inspection, pest inspection, and any specialized inspections such as roof, foundation, mold, or sewer line evaluations. Delays in scheduling can lead to last-minute complications, so early coordination is essential. Make sure the sellers are prepared to accommodate these inspections by granting access to the property and providing inspectors with any relevant documents, such as repair history, warranties, and previous inspection reports. Clear communication between all parties, buyers, sellers, inspectors, and agents helps streamline the process and avoid unnecessary obstacles. Handling inspection results like a pro requires a thorough review of repair requests. Identify major versus minor issues. Accommodate reasonable requests, and develop a negotiation strategy that protects your seller's interests while managing costs. Repair requests often present the biggest hurdle in closing escrow, so finding a compromise is essential to keep the transaction moving smoothly. Day 11 to 20. Inspections and appraisals should be wrapping up, seller disclosures delivered, appraisal should be cleared, and loan approval in sight. Now we negotiate repairs, track contingencies, handle appraisal and title challenges, and ensure timely contingency removal. Step 4. Negotiating repairs is an art of compromise. Receive the buyer's request, analyze it with your seller, and then counter or accept. Focus on safety issues and major defects. Consider offering a credit instead of repairs to save time and reduce liability. Repairs are a very lengthy topic, so I created another microcourse to address this issue independently. If you want more information on how to negotiate a repair request, watch my microcourse available at nas.io/Riaz seminars. Step 5. Tracking contingencies and critical timelines. Managing contingencies and deadlines is crucial for a smooth transaction. Constant follow-up helps avoid surprises and potential deal breakers. Set reminders for deadlines to stay ahead of challenges. An organized system ensures effective communication and keeps all parties informed. Create a visual board on your wall with a calendar and notes for every open escrow using different colors to mark timelines for each client. If possible, hire a licensed transaction coordinator to keep you on track. However, beware, one mistake agents make is fully shifting responsibility to the transaction coordinator. You cannot do this. Remember, you represent the seller, your TC does not, the buck stops with you. You must be the one driving the process and keeping everyone on track. Your TC is a support system to ensure nothing falls through the cracks. But ultimately you are in charge. This escrow is your responsibility. Communication is the cornerstone of a successful transaction schedule. Weekly updates with the seller, maintain frequent contact with the escrow officer, and build a professional rapport with the buyer's agent to resolve issues swiftly. Above all, keep your cool. The hardest part of closing escrow is managing emotions. Everyone gets emotional. Sellers, buyers, listing and selling agents, lenders and escrow officers all experience highs and lows throughout the process. Escrow is an emotional roller coaster, and the wrong emotions can derail a transaction. You must be the voice of reason. When emotions threaten to unravel the deal, you must stay calm and collected, strive to find resolutions, and a middle ground whenever possible. Remember, canceling escrows is difficult and time-consuming. Remarketing the property and entering a new escrow with no guarantees of closing is risky. Staying focused and level-headed increases the chances of a successful transaction. Keep your cool above all. Step 6. Handling appraisal challenges. If the appraisal comes in below the purchase price, don't panic. This is a common hurdle in real estate transactions. Take a strategic approach to resolve it effectively. First, review the appraisal report for errors, missing comparable sales, or overlooked property upgrades. If discrepancies exist, consider filing a formal reconsideration request with supporting data. If challenging the appraisal isn't an option or doesn't succeed, explore renegotiation. Work with the seller to adjust the price, or find a compromise that benefits both sides. Another option is for the buyer to cover the difference. If they're financially capable and motivated, this can keep the transaction on track. Lastly, maintain open communication with all parties. A calm, solution-oriented approach increases the chances of reaching an agreement and keeping escrow on course. By proactively addressing appraisal challenges, you minimize delays and improve the likelihood of closing. Step 7. Resolve title issues before they derail the closing. Title issues can delay or jeopardize a transaction, so proactive resolution is essential. Start by reviewing the preliminary title report for unpaid liens, taxes, easements, encroachments, HOA CC&Rs, mechanics liens, clouds on title, or any other red flags. Identifying issues early allows time for corrective action. If concerns arise, work with the title company to resolve them, whether through lien payoffs, easement agreements, or owner clarifications. Ensure all necessary paperwork is completed ahead of time. 10 days before closing, confirm final clearance with the title company, verifying that all issues are resolved for a seamless transfer of ownership. By staying ahead of title challenges, you minimize delays and increase the likelihood of a successful closing. If you don't know how to read a preliminary title report, ask your title rep to explain it. Learning to read a title report is a valuable skill that will pay off tenfold. Step 8. Removing contingencies. The time has come, and this is one of the most critical steps. By now, all inspections should have been completed. The appraisal should be cleared, the loan approved, title insurance and fire insurance is in place, and disclosures are signed. It's time to request the removal of all contingencies. Keep in mind that removing contingencies is rarely in the buyer's best interest, as it puts their earnest money deposit at risk. Buyers often try to delay this step as long as possible. As the listing agent, you must consistently push the selling agent and buyers to remove contingencies when they are due. If necessary, issue notices to perform to reinforce deadlines. Removing contingencies safeguards the seller and motivates buyers to close escrow. If the buyer's agent or buyers fail to remove contingencies on time, consult your broker immediately. Time is of the essence, and managing this effectively is a crucial part of your fiduciary responsibility. Do not fail this. Step 9. The final walkthrough. This is the last opportunity for the buyer to inspect the property and is done 5 days before closing escrow. As the listing agent, ensure the seller understands the home must be in the same condition as when the offer was accepted. Any agreed upon repairs should be completed and all personal belongings boxed up or removed. Confirm the seller's move-out timeline and verify the property is empty, clean, and free of unexpected damage. Test key systems, including plumbing, electrical, heating, air conditioning, and appliances, ensuring everything is in proper working order. Gather all keys, garage openers, mailbox keys, and access codes, and ensure they are ready for transfer. If applicable, confirm any HOA requirements or move-out or move-in protocols. A well-managed final walkthrough prevents last-minute issues and ensures a seamless transition. If the seller is not ready to move out, inform your broker immediately for remediation protocols. Step 10. Reviewing closing documents. Attention to detail is paramount. Schedule time to review the closing statement with your seller at least 3 days before closing. Verify all figures, including commission, prorations, and payoffs. Check for errors in spelling of names and property address, and make sure the escrow officer has the wiring instructions to send the money to the sellers, or verify if a check will be provided in accordance to the seller's instructions. Here are 5 common escrow problems and solutions: inspection issues, low appraisal, financing delays, title problems, and buyer's remorse. Each problem has potential solutions, so be prepared to address them proactively. Technology tools can streamline the escrow process. Consider using transaction management platforms like ZipForm, Glide, Dotloop, DocuSign, and SkySlope. Or ask your broker, what is your in-house transaction management system? Electronic signature tools and calendar apps can also boost efficiency. Step 11. Closing day. Closing day marks the final step in the transaction. Expect final verification to ensure all contingencies have been met, followed by recording the deed with the county to officially transfer ownership. Funds will be disbursed, including payments to the seller, agents, and any outstanding balances. Keys transfer should be coordinated based on the agreement. Ensure the buyer receives all keys, garage remotes, access codes, and any necessary instructions for the property. In some states, buyers and sellers sign closing documents separately, while in others, they meet at the closing table to finalize the deal. Regardless of the process, confirm all paperwork is complete and compliant. Finally, update the MLS to reflect the closing. This ensures accuracy in market data and signals the successful completion of the transaction. Congratulations! You got to the finish line, but it is not over yet. There's one more thing to do. Final step: building client loyalty after closing. Client relationships shouldn't end at closing. Building loyalty ensures repeat business and valuable referrals. Stay in touch through personalized follow-ups, such as checking in after move-in, offering home ownership tips, or sending market updates tailored to their interests. Don't hesitate to ask for referrals. Satisfied clients are your best advocates, and a simple request at the right time can open doors to new business. Make it easy by giving them shareable resources or offering incentives for referrals. Continue providing value by becoming a go-to resource for homeowners. Share information on local service providers or upcoming community events or home maintenance reminders. Hosting client appreciation events or sending thoughtful gestures like holiday cards strengthens long-term connections. By nurturing relationships beyond closing, you stay top of mind and create loyal clients who will recommend you to friends and family. Your escrow expertise makes all the difference. Mastering the escrow process separates average agents from exceptional ones. Your attention to details, communication skills, and problem-solving abilities create smooth transactions. Now that you completed this course, watch the counterpart on the selling side called Escrows, a step-by-step guide for selling agents micro course, available at nas.io/Riaz seminars. Also form a book club so you can download this and other micro courses and discuss the information. There's no better way of learning than learning with others. I wish you well in your endeavors, and until next time, good luck. And don't forget to repost this video.